Very demure, very mindful, very scared. If I see one more person make those cucumbers without me actually trying it myself, I'm going to lose it. It looks so unbelievably good. And we also have some other recipes that we're gonna test out today. So welcome, because I personally as a person need to know if those viral recipes that have been exploding online are actually worth making. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are amazing. Sometimes they're just clickbait and I fell for it. All right, let's just call it what it is. I have high hopes for today, as I do with all of my days. So we're gonna start with one that's gonna take a little bit of time in the oven. Oven has preheated to 300. Wow, good job. Takes forever. Don't tell it it's old. Don't worry, I am also old and take forever to do things. So first things first, I should tell you what we're actually making. That'd be a great start. This is a cottage cheese bread, and I need you to stay with me on this, okay? We're in this now. We can't quit now. It is a cottage cheese bread, but this is what it looks like. All right, it's like a high protein bread. I guess these are just like recirculating from, I don't even know. Keto. Anyway, there has been different versions of this that have floated online. I think I've tried it before. It's like a cloud bread or something like that, but I haven't tried the cottage cheese version. And not just that, but this is like a cinnamon swirl kind of one. So I will link the recipe down below. I swear I will do it. I will do it this time. Of the one that I'm going to be doing with a couple of different modifications, because the recipe that I am following that came from the world of TikTok, and I found it written out recipe, which is very helpful. This one is sugar-free, so she uses a lot of different sugar-free alternatives. So I am just doing regular sugar because that's what I have. Actually, that's something I need to check. I need to know if it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. If I can find my phone. We'll get back to that, because I don't need that right now. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are going to whip up some egg whites. How many? It's 6. We did 6. And I have the egg yolks saved too, because they're also going in the recipe later. Love when this happens. We're gonna stick those in there. Now she says to whip until stiff peaks for 10 to 15 minutes. I feel like my egg whites might just explode by that point. I don't understand how it could take that long. I don't understand. I've reviewed, I've seen it, I still don't get it. I also need half a teaspoon of white vinegar, which I will get. I know this is very ballsy, doing this over top of the egg whites, but I did it, everyone, yay. And then we whisk. I feel like this is very loud. I need to move this because I need to get the rest of the ingredients together. Hold, sorry, Franny, you're beautiful, you are amazing, very mindful, very demure. Be demure down here. We're blending the rest of it. We're gonna blend it in a smaller blender. Hold on. Cottage cheese, 113 grams. All of the egg yolks. We need a half teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and this is 3/4 cup of whey protein powder, just plain, and a 1/4 cup of egg white powder. That was hard to find. And now I'm just gonna add in a little bit of brown sugar. She uses a tablespoon of allulose, so I'm gonna do a little bit less sugar-ish. She said it's optional. How are we looking here? Are you stiff peaks yet? They're stiff peaks, but it's only been maybe 6 minutes. So I'll give it another minute. I don't wanna like work these into rocks, you know? Just while I put in the brown sugar. I'm moving her to the basement for the next one that she's gonna be used for. I'm sorry, Fran, you're just really loud. Good girl, but like, whoa. So I'm getting mixed results on the whole allulose thing, because some people are saying that you need more allulose versus sugar, and then others are saying that it's like a 1-to-1 swap. So I'm going to use a little bit of brown sugar. Boop. Then we're gonna give this a quick blend just to kind of combine it all. And I want to break up the cottage cheese too. I don't want lumpy cottage cheese. I want it to be smooth. So, give me a second. Now what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. All right, I hear you, I hear you. All right, now we're just gonna fold in a little bit at a time. They're very, very stiff peaks. I guess you kind of need it for you know, the airy cloudness, I guess. A little bit at a time, and just folding gently until it's all incorporated. I'm genuinely curious what this is going to taste like at the end. Will it be fluffy? Will it be delicious? That's why I feel like the cinnamon and sugar, this is what's gonna make this recipe, you know? Like that as a concept. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna grease a 9x5 pan. So hang on, it's in. Most of the lumps are out. I did my best. Now we have here the star of the show, if you will, cinnamon and sugar. Although I guess the star of the show is the fact that this has no dairy. I guess whey is kind of dairy, I guess. And no wheat. It's pretty nice. And then we're just gonna sprinkle this all over the top. Oh my gosh, sure, it looks great. Then I'm going to swirl this in, or attempt to. Okay, it's great. It's great. Now bake it in the middle of the shelf of the oven for 50 minutes, or until it comes clean through and golden brown. Okay. Middle. Set it for 40 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on it. Now the next one, remember how I said I needed to set up for Andy downstairs? This is that recipe. Now this is something has been on my to-do list to test. Can't even tell you how long, but every time I come across it, I'm like, oh, I need to try this. I need to know if this is good, if this is, you know, just a good, almost like a hack, where you basically just take liquid honey and you can whip it into whipped honey, where it's like creamy and delicious. And I feel like because we're hosting people this weekend, I feel like this is a good time to test this, because who doesn't love a little honey with like a charcuterie board? Are you kidding me? And then I can say that I technically made it. And there really isn't anything to this except putting honey into a stand mixer and then having it go for like 20 minutes. So I'm just gonna dump in a bunch of honey, you know, enough that we can whisk it, because sometimes you just gotta whisk it for the biscuit, you know, and it's, oh my gosh, this on biscuits? Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Ooh, actually, even on the bread when it comes out. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go set this up downstairs. But now you can see what it looks like. It's honey. I'm gonna put this on, and then we're gonna see what this looks like by the end. Okay, I made a couple of changes. Can you hear her down there? She is like full marathon mode right now. So I ended up putting the whole thing of honey in because there just wasn't enough in the bottom, which, I mean, you probably already left me a comment letting me know. So I put in the rest. It's on high. I've had it on there for like, how long now? Like 10 minutes? Chris was just down there and he said that it's looking really good. So I'm gonna go get it and I'll show you. Oh my gosh, not even close. It needs to be a lot thicker. So I am setting another timer, adding more. Hold on. Okay, the next recipe while she's doing her thing. This is Funfetti Popcorn, which sounds delicious. I know I just made a popcorn thing. By the way, I don't think I said it in the video, but my children loved it. I mean, like, what's not to love? It's popcorn and marshmallows and chocolate and stuff. But I cut it into pieces and they were delighted. They loved it. So that was a 10 out of 10, at least the recipe in particular, delicious. But anyway, I'm sure they'll also love this because, again, marshmallows, popcorn, funfetti cake, delicious. Okay, starting with the thing I already did, and that is the funfetti cake mix, because flour, you should not consume that raw ever. So what Funfetti company themselves commented on the recipe, because I don't think that person did, is they said to lay out your cake mix and then bake it in an oven, 350, and then you can consume it. That's what Funfetti says, so that's what I'm gonna do, but you know, use your own discretion on that one. So that's done, and now we're gonna go over to the stove because we're gonna melt some marshmallows. Delicious. All right, we have our giant pot here, and then in here we're gonna melt down a stick of butter. We're gonna pretend that's a stick. And then to this butter, we're gonna be adding in 10 to 12 ounces of marshmallows. And then we need to stir this until it is fully melted down and incorporated. I should also note I have already popped popcorn as well. Okay, let's see if I can do a cool transition. I don't know if that worked or not. But we have marshmallows. Now to this, we add in our Funfetti cake mix, like so. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2. This is forming into a ball. Okay, I think crisis averted. I'm gonna put this in. Doesn't say how much, so I'm gonna measure with my heart. Oh, ow, this is a mess. This is a mess. Oh, it's so gooey. Needs the rest, for sure. Now we stir it until it is hopefully incorporated. Yay! This is a workout, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I just need to let this cool. And then hopefully this is good. Oh my gosh, just so much is happening now. Oh my gosh, why are all my recipes failing? It's fine, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna catch you up. So the popcorn one, I feel like is fine. I feel like we've crushed it. Poor Franny, she is just, she's overworked, she's heating up, just too much for her. She's been on forever. 5 ever, in fact. And it is not looking like the consistency of the girl in the video. It's like liquid but white, but hers is like, has this like creamy consistency to it, which this does not. I think that if you're gonna do this recipe, you need to do the amount that she did in the recipe. That's the only way I can think of that, like that's the only thing I did differently. Like it's honey. Maybe you need a better quality honey. I didn't have a good quality one, maybe it's that. But yeah, it's not the same. I am curious what it tastes like though. Like obviously it's gonna taste like honey, but I wanna know consistency wise, you know? It's like if marshmallow fluff was tasted like honey. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it is good. But to get that thick, gooey consistency, yeah, I don't, nope. But if you have any tips or tricks, let a girl know. Now on to the next one. So, what I think it is, yeah. Okay, so the bread, okay? I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna rip the Band-Aid off, it fell. Not on the floor, I should be clear when I mean it fell, it just went, and I think it's because, so I put it in for 40 minutes, right? Because my oven is crazy. And I checked it at 40 to see if it was done. And then I put it back in for the remaining 10 minutes, and then I turned off the oven as the recipe intended, and had it in there for another 10 minutes. But I think because I opened the oven and checked on it, that's what did it. That I can't think of any other reason, because it was looking so good at the 40 minutes. It just wasn't done in the middle. Oh, I'm so mad. So that is user error, but like that's actually a really good note though, because you can't really check it then. I mean, does she smell good? She does. She smells great, but she's not the beautiful poofy top that I had and was excited to show you that I originally had, so that's on me. I will take full responsibility for that one. Okay, now, look at my cute little popcorn stuff. I'm so jazzed. I wanna try the Christopher. I have things to test, places to go, people to see. Hold on, I need to fix my camera first. Just realized you can see my little fluffy mic.
Boop.
Boop. Okay, there we go. Can you smell it?
Should I?
No, I guess not. I don't think that would be weird. Taste the consistency.
It's like fluffy.
Okay, yeah. So to me, it tastes like marshmallow fluff, but honey flavored.
Yeah, I get that.
You get where I'm going with that?
Lighter.
Yeah. Like it melts down a lot faster then. But like that initial
really
like, ooh. So I feel like it'd be good if I did more, or if I did a better quality. I did something wrong. It's not the thick, but it was thick, Christopher. It was like creamed honey. So
that would be good on blue cheese.
Well, that's why I was gonna do it, because Julia's birthday is tomorrow. So I figured that would be good.
Yeah.
So, you know, a little charcuterie board. Anyway, this guy, you can see. What's this? This is Funfetti Popcorn Marshmallow Crispies.
It sure is.
I don't know what to call this. What is this? Like like a popcorn ball, but Rice Krispie, but with Funfetti cake in it.
Okay.
Do you like Funfetti cake?
No. I don't like box cake, and I don't like sprinkles.
So this is not up your alley. You're not gonna like any of it.
I'm also not a big popcorn guy. I'm very chewy.
It needed more popcorn. I thought I popped enough. I did not. But I like things really marshmallowy, so I'm okay with it.
There's a bit of cake-ish flavor, I guess.
I don't like it.
I mean, Rice Krispie squares are just so good, and popcorn is so second tier.
Well, okay, here's where I'm at. So last week, I made popcorn but I made it the balls, you know, the popcorn balls. That was tasty. So I have something very recent to compare this to. That was tasty. This is not. There's some chemicaliness. Do you taste that?
Well,
It's like a
cake mix, yeah.
of the maybe it's just the cake mix I got because it wasn't technically I didn't buy Funfettis, and maybe that was my downfall. Not their specific brand, you know?
Betty Crocker or something like that.
Yeah. I don't like this.
Great.
I really don't. I really liked the last one, of course. Anytime, Christopher. Oh wait, I have another thing. I have one more thing. I had such high hopes for this one, Christopher. It looked so good. Oh my, I don't even know what to do with this. Maybe you don't need to test this, but I have to. Okay, I know that wasn't very clear what I was doing.
No, not at all.
I made a cake, not a cake. It's supposed to be a bread, but it's a bread with no flour in it.
Like gluten-free bread?
It's like a gluten-free, but it's made with cottage cheese.
Oh.
This isn't cooked. You look at this and you tell me this is cooked. Because I went in with a full amount, I took it out. I'm so angry. There's no way that's cooked.
Well, it has cheese in it, so maybe.
More like the outside part, like that, but not the middle part of this.
Well, pretty tasty.
Honestly, it's still really good.
Yeah.
It's just not cooked in the middle, and maybe that's because I took it out and it fell, then it got too thick and pasty, and so it didn't fully set the way it's supposed. I don't know. In terms of flavor,
Quite sweet.
yeah, I
Cinnamon?
put a lot of sugar in it.
Oh, it's quite good. I like that.
If only
I
it's
think
set
it's
up.
worth another iteration.
I think this one, if you follow the full thing and like don't take it out of the oven for the full 50 and then 10 minutes in the oven, don't keep the door open. I think this is worth.
So you opens the door at 40 to check it.
Yeah.
Which is probably why it fell.
And then it fell. So
yeah, that makes sense.
don't do that. The taste of this is very good though.
It's good.
Yeah, no, I'm quite pleased with that one. Yes, one worked and one almost, and then one not at all. Sorry, no offense, but that's very bad. It's just very bad. Okay, next thing. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired. It's been a day. Which actually works out perfectly because now we're gonna try out a coffee recipe. And no, it's not pumpkin spice. It has nothing to do with pumpkin. Just putting it out there. Now I know 'tis the season, but no. Okay, so this is interesting. This is an iced maple latte, which I thought sounded really good. And they added in salt and they frothed the espresso, not the milk. So I'm very curious about this. I want to know what the consistency is and obviously if it tastes any good. So the first thing that they did was, it looks probably like a double espresso that they did. I only have single, and if I do double, I will be wired into the night. So I'm going to do a teaspoon, maybe of, or a little bit more, that's fine. Put that in, and then I'm going to do a shot of espresso over top of this. So give me a second. I need ice, I need milk. My ice maker is currently not working. So I have giant ice. Ta-da! Maybe we have a different cup. We'll do this one. There we go. Ta-da! We have that. Now I have my espresso here, and I'm gonna add some salt to this. I don't know, something like that. I'm gonna give it a little stir, and then I'm gonna pop it in here, and I'm gonna froth it in here, because I don't have one of the little handheld frothers. Now we're going to froth it. It's frothed. Lose all of the good foam. I don't like this method. My ice situation is just wild. There we go. There we go. Now I can taste test. You sit here. I mean, it tastes like a nice iced latte. The salt mellows it nicely. It's not too sweet. You like a good latte, but you find them to be very, very sweet forward or like a really sharp espresso note, and you're not like a big fan of that. This is very nice. Now that I have my caffeine, I can go on to the recipe that I just need to know once and for all what this tastes like and if this is worth making again. I have seen it everywhere and everyone swears it is unbelievable. Like, I need to know now. If you haven't been on the interwebs and seen this recipe, it's cucumbers. It's cucumbers in like a whole bunch of different sauces. I had to write it out because there are no amounts to this sauce. The way that this guy does it, it's measured from your heart, which I love. I love that. However, the one thing about this recipe is it requires the use of a mandolin. I am going to be so careful. I can't tell you how much this thing scares me. I am being so very careful, being so careful, going away from the blade. So I'm gonna start with a whole cucumber. That's what he needs. I have a little safeguard attachment. If you are going to try this at home, strongly recommend using this or like a special glove to protect your hand because these things are no joke. I am so serious right now. They will just slice you in half. It's so scary. I need to hold it lower and I am scared to do so. Do it very slow. You see how slowly and carefully I am doing this. Very demure, very mindful, very scared. And now I bring in this guy. Protect my hand. See everyone, I'm so safe. Yay, good job, Rachel, you did it. Didn't even cut myself one time. I am definitely holding this cucumber incorrectly, but I don't care. Whole cucumber, everyone, whole thing. Look at all of those delicious cucumbers. Oh, scrumptious. I'm gonna try and get a little bit more. Did it, everyone. The whole thing, didn't cut myself at all. You sit over there for now. Thank you. Proud of me. And also proud of the fact that I measured out all the ingredients. I did. Because if we're having fun, I need to know what time the fun starts. I don't know the recipe yet. I need to know amounts approximately. So I just watched this video 1,000 times until I got a sense of what he put in here. So this is what has been put into this. Soy sauce, fish sauce and sesame oil, rice wine vinegar, then sprinkle in a bit of MSG and some sugar. Then we need to grate in a clove of garlic. This is where I hurt myself. I'm gonna be real mad. Then we need to add in some, like, it looked like he added in chili crisp, not like a chili oil, but it has like the crisp stuff in it. So I mean, add as much as your heart desires in terms of spice level. And he has a ton, I will link him. He does a ton of different renditions of this as well. This is sesame seeds and then a bunch of green onion. But this was his original recipe that I saw. And then you put a lid on and then you shake it. Please don't spray all over. I'm trying to make sure that the cucumbers that have been sliced together are kind of being separated. I feel like these are thoroughly coated now. That's good. Ta-da! Smells really good. Christopher, do you want to taste test some things? This is more up Christopher's alley. I used a mandolin and I didn't hurt myself.
Nicely done.
Thank you. But like, you can smell that, right? Like that's soy sauce, fish oil, sesame oil, sesame seeds, like a whole bunch of stuff. Wait. Before you have that, because I feel like this is gonna be a strong flavor.
I feel like it is.
This is a maple sea salt latte, iced latte. Pretty good.
It's nice. Maple's actually kind of subtle.
It's very subtle. I didn't add a lot, and I kind of like it that way, but obviously if you wanted to add more.
I find maple kind of overpowers.
That's why I started like really low levels, but but the salt kind of cuts that, sometimes that intensity of the espresso. It kind of like, it doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Mellow it out, but it sort of plays with it nicely.
You're never gonna find me arguing with more salt.
I know. All right. I feel like we need to try these now.
Yeah.
Would these continue to get better in the fridge, or would these just get bad?
I think they'd go bad.
Okay.
Get mushy. Oh yeah, that's delicious.
Yeah, that's really good. My audio stopped working, but basically I just put in some onion crisp things in here. So I need to know. Adds a crisp. I just got some heat.
Nice. I love those little crispy onion straws. They're so good.
But like, I'm trying to think of when you would be in the mood for like a full thing of cucumber.
We could split this happily.
That's true. Like a little side. I don't know if I think it'd be too spicy for the kids, but this is, yeah, absolutely. My dad would like this too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad would be a big fan. Yeah, this is delicious. Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
10 and 10. Would make again.
Yeah, we will.
I feel like we ended on a good note. A lot of it was user error, but I mean, that's why we do this, because I can't be the only one making these errors. But now we have answers, which I feel like is important. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. New videos here every single Saturday. We can do some more of these, test them out, so we're not all wasting our time. At least we can do this together. But like for real, if you like that pickly, soy saucy kind of it, like this is very good. Would make again. Let me know in the comments if you have made this or you plan on making it, or any versions you saw that you thought would be good, or recipes we should try. Make sure you tag me. I see all of them. I love it. I hope you're having a absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you guys all in the next one.